The days of youth are made for glee, and time is on the wing. This song shall pass from me to thee along the jovial ring. Let heart and voice and all agree to say, long live the king! And push, push, push the pony boys and bring it around to me. The longer we sit here and drink, the merrier we shall be. The longer we sit here and drink, the merrier we shall be.
Well, the longer we sit here and drink, the merrier we shall be. On the night of September 17, 1787, after signing the Constitution, the Founding Fathers were apparently very merry indeed, because having concluded their work on the Constitution, they celebrated over drinks at Philadelphia's City Tavern. The bar bills for those 55 delegates included 60 bottles of Bordeaux, 54 bottles of Madeira, 22 bottles of port, 14 large bowls of rum punch, 8 bottles of whiskey, 8 bottles of cider, 12 bottles of beer, and an additional 2% added to the bar bills for damages. So, but the colonists did believe that any alcoholic beverage was good for your health, and that wisest and wittiest of Founding Fathers, Benjamin Franklin, came up with an explanation for why. He went back to the Bible, kind of read between the lines, so don't expect to find this exact story in your Bible at home. But he went back to the story of the flood, and he intuited that after the flood, God sent down an angel to thank Noah for his services and ask if there was anything he could do for him in return. And Noah thought about it a minute, and he thought he'd seen an awful lot of sinners drowned in water. And every time he had to drink water, he thought about all those poor souls that had perished. And he asked if he might have something else to drink. And God obligingly sent wine. And as Franklin concluded, wine must be good for you, because after Noah started drinking it, he lived another 350 years.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! So Ridley has a song for you about the medicinal qualities of alcohol. This song was published in 1734 in the Vocal Miscellany.
Come, let us drink about and drive away all sorrow. Come, let us drink about and drive away all sorrow. For perhaps we may not, for perhaps we may not, for perhaps we may not be here again tomorrow. Wine, wine cures the gout, the colic and the tissock. Wine, wine cures the gout, the colic and the tissock, and is for all men, and is for all men, and is for all men, the very best of physic. He that drinks small beer and goes to bed sober. He that drinks small beer and goes to bed sober falls as the leaves do, falls as the leaves do, falls as the leaves do that die in October. But he that drinks all day and goes to bed mellow, he that drinks all day and goes to bed mellow, lives as he ought to do, lives as he ought to do, lives as he ought to do, and dies a hearty fellow.
Well, speaking of medicinal qualities, in 1727, a Dr. Robert Plum in London wrote disparagingly of hot chocolate. He wrote, "Chocolate is a pleasant and nourishing drink, but to speak the truth, never was a better state of health enjoyed by our ancestors than when the toasted good beer went round for breakfast in the morning."
Beer for breakfast.
Huzzah! Now, with all that drink, you needed a hearty meal, and in England, no food was more revered than roast beef, a food that they saw as the source of Britain's power and might, a food that gave manly men the courage they needed to stand up and do the things they needed to do, not like those French dishes with all the prissy sauces. There was a men's club in London called the Sublime Society of Beefsteaks. It was founded in 1735 and counted the artist William Hogarth among its founding members. Well, in 1762, the famous James Boswell visited the club and described the meeting like this. The president sits in a chair under a canopy above which you have in golden letters the words beef and liberty. We had nothing to eat but beefsteaks and had wine and punch in plenty. And we had a number of songs. So one of those songs would very likely have been this next song because it was very popular at the time. And it's called The Roast Beef of Old England. And I'm sure you have anticipated. It has a chorus.
It has a chorus.
It goes like this.
Oh, the roast beef of old England and old English roast beef. All together now. Oh, the roast beef of old England and old English roast beef. When mighty roast beef was the Englishman's food, it ennobled our veins and enriched our blood. Our soldiers were brave and our courtiers were good. Oh, the roast beef of old England and old English roast beef. But since we have learned from our conquering France to eat their ragouts as well as to dance, we are fed up with nothing but vain complaisance. Oh, the roast beef of old England and old English roast beef. When good Queen Elizabeth sat on the throne, ere coffee and tea and such slip-slops were known, the world was in terror if e'er she did frown. Oh, the roast beef of old England and old English roast beef. In those days, if fleets did presume on the main, they seldom or never returned back again, as witness the vaunting armada of Spain. Oh, the roast beef of old England and old English roast beef. Well done, well done.